This video is sponsored by Carnivore Companion. Hey there, my meaty friends. This is Reed, aka CarnivorousChef. If it looks like I'm in a dungeon right now, don't worry, I'm not. I'm just in a dark garage. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a dip. I was kind of aiming it towards this big game. I don't know if I can actually say the name of it and be demonetized or not, so I'm just not going to say it. It's a football game that's happening in February that a lot of people want to watch. I had this recipe in mind just for like parties and things like that, and I thought it'd be a good one for that game. It's a super simple dip recipe, but I think people that aren't even on this diet will actually really enjoy this one. So if you end up making this and you bring it to a party, I suggest bringing yourself some pork rinds and maybe finding some like cheap bread to cut thin and toast it to serve along with it. I think you'll really impress a lot of people. And before we start, I'm gonna get you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in supporting it, there's a link down below to join as a channel member or join my Patreon community. To start this one, you'll need about 1 pound of shaved steak. If you can't find shaved steak, you can cut either ribeye or sirloin against the grain as thin as you can. And if you really want to go for it, steakums will be my last option, but it's also acceptable. This is some shaved steak that I get from Aldi, and it's usually rather large, so I'm going to have to give it a nice rough chop. And by rough, I mean wide cuts. We don't want this to turn into ground beef. Once it's chopped up, preheat a pan over medium-high for just a minute or two and add in all of your beef. We'll go ahead and season this up with about a half teaspoon of salt. Let this cook for about 3 minutes, mixing occasionally or until most of the pink from the meat is gone. Set aside and pull out a block of Swiss cheese. You can see that it's Swiss by the holes in it. Can you see it? I see it. Grate your cheese however you want, but I'm going to slap mine against a box grater and go to town. You'll want to grate the entire block. Set this aside and let's start assembling. Place an oven-safe pan over medium heat and add in an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Season this up with 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of granulated onion, a half teaspoon of granulated garlic, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Start chopping all of this up and then have a brief panic because you think you're burning your cream cheese. Quickly, get the meat into the pan before... Okay, we're fine. Just breathe. When your meat gets into the pan, the little bit of moisture from it should help the cream cheese to melt a little quicker. Just keep mixing this around until you no longer see chunks of cream cheese. Once you're happy with how it looks, add in about 2/3 of your Swiss cheese and mix that in as well. Once it's mixed in, smooth out the top and add the rest of your Swiss cheese to it. Place this whole thing into an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 11 to 14 minutes or until the Swiss cheese is nicely brown. Get this onto a tray alongside some of your favorite pork rinds and admire your work by giving it a taste. Creamy and beefy is an understatement here. If I was eating bread, I think I could slap this right into a hoagie roll and be fine with calling this a normal cheesesteak sandwich. But alas, I'm more than happy to enjoy it with my crunchy skins. See y'all next time. Check out our newly released seasoning Steak Dust, along with our flagship seasoning Smokestack and our bestseller Tuckologen. Use the code CCYouTube10 at CarnivoreCompanion.com to save 10% off your first order.